garden with limited sunlight often gets overlooked, but that's one of the biggest mistakes many gardeners make. The moment people notice large trees casting shadows, a fence blocking the afternoon sun, or a balcony that only receives gentle morning light, they assume nothing worthwhile can grow there. They imagine weak plants, tiny harvests, pale leaves, and wasted effort, so those shaded corners are left empty year after year. But what if those forgotten spaces were actually full of opportunity? The truth is that not every vegetable loves intense sunlight from dawn until dusk. In fact, many crops become sweeter, more tender, less bitter, and far more productive when protected from the scorching afternoon heat. Shade doesn't always hold plants back. It often helps them thrive. Of course, we're not talking about complete darkness. These vegetables still need light to grow, but a few hours of morning sunshine, filtered light beneath trees, or a bright location shielded from harsh afternoon rays is often more than enough. If you've been ignoring that shady corner of your garden, today might completely change how you see it, because these vegetables prove that success isn't about forcing every plant into full sun. It's about choosing the right plant for the right place. One of the easiest vegetables to start with is the humble red radish. Many people assume all root crops demand blazing sunshine, yet radishes often produce their best flavor in cooler conditions. Too much heat can leave them woody, overly spicy, and unpleasantly tough, while partial shade slows their growth just enough to keep them crisp, juicy, and sweet. Better still, they mature in only a few weeks, making them one of the fastest rewards a gardener can experience. Even their young leaves are edible, adding extra value from a tiny patch of soil or even a simple container. Green onions are another incredible choice for shaded spaces because they ask for very little while giving so much in return. Whether grown from seeds, starter plants, or even the root ends of store-bought onions, they continue producing fresh green stalks that brighten countless meals. They require very little space, making them perfect for balconies, patios, and narrow garden beds where sunlight is limited. Closely related are chives, a dependable herb that keeps returning year after year. Instead of harvesting the entire plant, you simply trim the leaves and watch fresh growth appear again and again. Their delicate onion flavor enhances soups, eggs, salads, and potatoes, while their attractive purple flowers invite helpful pollinators into the garden. Parsley deserves far more respect than the garnish it is often treated as. Although it starts slowly, patience pays off because once established, it becomes one of the most dependable herbs you can grow. Gentle shade protects its deep green leaves from burning during hot weather, allowing continuous harvesting throughout the season. A small pot near the kitchen door can provide fresh parsley for countless meals without demanding much effort. Surprisingly, even carrots can succeed in partial shade. While they may grow more slowly than those planted in full sun, cooler soil helps maintain consistent moisture and creates sweeter, crisp roots if you're willing to be patient. Choosing shorter varieties makes them especially suitable for containers and smaller spaces. Beets offer even greater value because one plant provides two harvests. Their colorful roots develop beneath the soil, while the tender greens above can be harvested much earlier for salads, soups, or sautéed dishes. Cooler conditions often keep both leaves and roots more flavorful, proving that productivity isn't always measured by speed, but by how much one plant can offer. Peas are another crop that actually appreciates protection from intense afternoon heat. Since they naturally prefer cool weather, partial shade helps extend their growing season and encourages longer production of sweet pods. Their climbing vines also make excellent use of vertical space, transforming fences, trellises, and balconies into productive green walls. Celery is slightly more demanding but rewards consistent care. Unlike many vegetables that tolerate dry spells, celery loves cool, moist soil, making shaded gardens an excellent home for its crisp, flavorful stalks. Rhubarb, although slower to establish, becomes a long-term investment that returns season after season. Its impressive leaves add beauty to the garden, while its tart stalks become delicious pies, jams, and desserts. Salad lovers will appreciate endive and arugula, both of which benefit enormously from cooler growing conditions. Excessive heat makes their leaves bitter and encourages early flowering, but partial shade helps them remain tender and enjoyable for much longer. Arugula's peppery flavor becomes smoother and more balanced, adding restaurant-quality freshness to pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and pasta dishes. Bok choy also flourishes in cool, shaded conditions. Its crisp stems and tender leaves grow rapidly, making it an excellent option for gardeners seeking quick harvests without requiring large garden beds. Sorrel may not be as familiar, but its refreshing lemony flavor brings excitement to soups, sauces, and salads, while repeated harvesting keeps the plant producing throughout the season. Mint might be the easiest plant on this list. In fact, many gardeners spend more time controlling its growth than encouraging it. Partial shade keeps its leaves lush and fragrant while preventing excessive drying during hot weather. Just remember to grow it in containers if you don't want it spreading throughout the entire garden. For warmer climates, Malabar spinach provides an exciting alternative to traditional spinach. Unlike ordinary spinach that quickly bolts in heat, this vigorous climbing vine thrives in warm weather while happily growing in filtered sunlight. Its glossy leaves create beautiful vertical greenery while supplying nutritious harvests all summer long. Kale is famous for its toughness, but even this hardy vegetable appreciates protection from intense afternoon heat. Partial shade keeps its leaves more tender and allows continuous harvesting by simply removing the outer leaves while leaving the center growing. Swiss chard combines beauty with productivity through its brightly colored stems and continuous harvests. Even in limited sunlight, it keeps producing vibrant leaves that brighten both the garden and the dinner table. Spinach perhaps demonstrates the greatest benefit of shade. Many gardeners believe they fail because of poor care when, in reality, the problem is simply too much heat. Morning sunshine followed by afternoon shade allows spinach to remain soft, productive, and slow to bolt, giving far longer harvests than plants struggling under relentless sun. Watercress takes advantage of another type of challenging space, a cool, consistently moist area that many gardeners don't know how to use. Instead of seeing damp conditions as a disadvantage, watercress transforms them into a productive growing area, offering peppery leaves perfect for salads and sandwiches as long as clean water and healthy soil are maintained. And finally, standing proudly at the top of the list is lettuce, perhaps the greatest example that shade can actually improve quality rather than reduce it. Too much sun causes lettuce to bolt quickly, turning sweet, tender leaves into bitter disappointment. But in partial shade, the plants remain cooler, the leaves stay soft and refreshing, and harvesting can continue for much longer. Whether you grow loose leaf, butterhead, romaine, or red leaf varieties, lettuce proves that success comes from giving plants what they truly need instead of assuming more sunlight is always better. The greatest lesson every gardener can learn is that every corner of a garden has value. A shady space that seems useless for tomatoes, peppers, or squash may be the perfect home for lettuce, spinach, kale, Swiss chard, mint, parsley, peas, or countless other vegetables that actually appreciate cooler conditions. Gardening isn't about forcing nature to follow our expectations. It's about understanding each plant's personality and matching it with the environment where it performs best. So before you give up on that shaded balcony, the quiet corner beneath a tree, or the vegetable bed hidden behind a fence, take another look. That overlooked space may become one of the most productive parts of your entire garden. Sometimes the secret to a better harvest isn't finding more sunlight. It's recognizing that every condition offers its own opportunity when you choose wisely. If you found these ideas inspiring, let us know which shaded corner of your garden you're planning to transform first. And don't forget to follow for more practical gardening tips that help you grow more food, make smarter use of every inch of space, and enjoy fresh harvests all season long.